Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Mangesh Tushi, working as an assistant professor in chemistry at Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, Nashik. Friends, up to now we saw substitution reactions, types of substitution reactions. Then we started SN2 reactions. In last videos, we saw types of substitution reactions and SN2 reactions. That links are provided into the comment box. In this video, we will study a stereochemistry of SN2 reactions in details. Friends, as we know that in SN2 reaction, that is bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reactions, the nucleophile attacks from the back side of leaving group. Then we'll get this transition state. Then after breakdown of this transition state, departure of leaving group, we'll get this methyl alcohol. This is the hydrolysis of methyl bromide to methyl alcohol. The attack of nucleophile of OH from the opposite side of this leaving group. That's why in a final stage, the inversion of the molecule takes place. See here, CH3, Br from left hand side, this is coming from the opposite side, so here will be right hand side. Now friends, this is the concerted mechanism. So attack of nucleophile and breaking of CBr bond, that is carbon leaving group bond, occurs at one stage only, at simultaneous. So simultaneously OH carbon bond will form and CBr bond will break. The energy released in carbon OH bond formation is utilized for the breaking of carbon Br bond. If the substrate contain carbon atom, that is chiral carbon atom, suppose this is optically active substance, this carbon is a chiral carbon bearing this leaving group, then the molecule produces inverted product. Suppose this is R configuration, then product will be S configuration. So change in configuration, that is called as inversion of configuration. So this is the characteristic property of the SN2 reaction, that is inversion of configuration, inversion of stereochemistry. Friends, suppose what happens if the nucleophile is coming from the front side. For example, hydrolysis of methyl bromide. Again, suppose this OH is coming from the front side, then this will be the transition state. Now this transition state will be very crowded, high energy level. After breakdown of this transition state, departure of leaving group, we will get this methyl alcohol. Now if nucleophile is coming from the same side of this leaving group, then there will be no inversion of configuration. This is called as retention of configuration. Suppose this molecule is chiral, then this product is also chiral, but there will be the retention of configuration. So R remains R, S remains S. If the attack of OH is from the front side of the leaving group, final stage retention of configuration takes place. While attack from the front side, there will be lots of steric hindrance because size of OH and size of Br are larger, so they won't find a sufficient space to occupy both the atoms or group of atoms. That's why the transition state will be very unstable, which could not be formed, which could not be stable. Second factor is, we know that nucleophile is electron rich, so this is negatively charged, and similarly leaving group is also negatively charged, is also electron rich, because leaving group and nucleophile both are nucleophiles, only strong nucleophile replaces the weak nucleophile, that is substitution reaction. So both are electron rich, electrons are negatively charged, so negative charge repulsion will be there. So because of this repulsion, front side attack could not be possible. It requires a very high energy. So possibility of the front side attack is very rare. It's very rare because of two factors, lots of steric hindrance and dipole-dipole repulsion. If suppose this attacks is possible, then there will be retention of configuration. So R remains R, S remains S. So backside attack gives you inversion of configuration, while front side attack will give you retention of configuration. Friends, now we'll see the evidences for backside attack. What are the experimental proofs for the inversion of configuration? For that purpose, we choose some chiral compound. For example, this is R2 bromooctane, whose specific rotation is minus 39.6. Suppose this is hydrolyzed by using aqueous KOH or NaOH, then OH minus acts as a nucleophile that attacks on the chiral carbon and Br minus will leave. So this is the transition state. For femtoseconds, we can get this femtoseconds, this transition state will be there. Then this transition state will break down into the product. After departure of leaving group, the product will be S2-octanol. The specific rotation is plus 10.3. So change in sign of the specific rotation indicates that the stereochemistry is changed. R is converted to the S product. A reaction that yields a product whose configuration is opposite to that of reactant is said to be proceed with inversion of configuration. So R reactant gives you S configuration. Suppose that is S configuration of starting material, that will give you R configuration of product. So this supports the backside attack of the nucleophile. Change in sign of the specific rotation, it clearly indicates that the backside attack of the nucleophile is takes place. Now we will see the second experimental proof for the inversion of configuration, evidences for the backside attack. For example, this is the molecule R1-phenyl 2-propanol. So this is the chiral carbon, the name is R1-phenyl 2-propanol. The stereocenter is R. The specific rotation is plus 33 degrees. Then we reacted this with tosyl chloride in basic condition. Tosyl, that is paratoluene sulfonyl chloride. This reagent is used to activate the alcohols. So in this case, hydrogen of the alcohol is replaced by tosyl. So we'll get this O-tosylate. Specific rotation now plus 31. The sign is same, it means that configuration is same. Then we will use acetate, methyl acetate, sorry, not methyl acetate, sodium salt of acetic acid as a nucleophile. So this O minus acts as a nucleophile, attacks on the chiral carbon. OTS is now good leaving group that leaves. Now we'll get this ester. If you find specific rotation for this, now it will be minus 7 degrees. The change in sign of the rotation, it clearly indicates that nucleophile attacks from the back side and there will be inversion of, there is an inversion of configuration. After hydrolysis of this ester group in basic conditions, in presence of heat, that ester gives us alcohol. The product name is S1-phenyl 2-propanol. The specific rotation is minus 33. So starting substrate, starting material, that is substrate R1-phenyl 2-propanol having plus 33 specific rotation, while this one has minus 33 specific rotation. So change in sign of the specific rotation indicates that these two molecules are enantiomers of each other, because angle of rotation is same, that is 33, but signs are opposite. So stereochemistry is inverted. So R converts to S, or suppose S converts to R. So this is clearly indicates that there is an inversion of configuration. The product formed is found to be enantiomer from its sign of optical rotation. So this is a clear evidences for the backside attack of the nucleophile. Now we'll see the experimental proof for inversion of configuration, that is third experimental proof. For example, R2-iodooctane is there. Suppose if we used labeled iodine, that is isotope iodine. Suppose iodine is used as a nucleophile. Now in this case, iodine is a nucleophile as well as leaving group also. Iodine is good nucleophile as well as good leaving group also. So we'll get this transition state. Now this transition state equally gives you the product, that is either this acts as a leaving group, either this acts as a leaving group. So we'll get this, suppose this leaving group leaves, we will get this product. The name is S2-iodooctane. Now in this particular reaction, leaving group and nucleophiles are same. So at equilibrium there will be possibility of 50% R-iodooctane, that is unreacted, and second possibility is S-iodooctane as a product. So at equilibrium there will be the same concentration of unreacted and same concentration of reacted one. So the mixture, equal amount of mixture of these two isomers, that is called as a racemic mixture. So these are the two enantiomers. So equal amount of mixture, that is equimolar mixture of two enantiomers, that is called as racemic mixture. And racemic mixture is optically inactive. So by this reaction, whatever the product is formed, that is racemic mixture at equilibrium. It clearly indicates that nucleophile is coming from the back side. So one molecule undergoes SN2 reaction. Suppose one of the molecule undergoes SN2 reaction. So one molecule of R is getting neutralized. It gives you S. Now this S is neutralizes another molecule of R. So it cancels the optical activity of two molecules. Suppose one molecule is reacted with SN2 reaction, it cancels the optical activity of two molecules. So rate of racemization is a twice of reaction rate. Rate of racemization is twice of the reaction rate. This experiment proves that each act of SN2 reaction leads to inversion of configuration. So formation of racemic mixture is clearly indicates that the nucleophile attacks from the back side and SN2 reaction leads to the inversion of configuration. Friends, suppose stereochemistry is involved into the reactions. So there are two types of reactions. One is stereo-selective reaction and second one is stereo-specific reaction. In stereo-selective reactions, reactions ended with two products. One will be major, one will be minor, depending upon the situations of the reactions. But in stereo-specific reaction, particular stereochemistry of the molecule gives you a particular stereochemistry of the molecule. Only one product is there. So in SN2 reactions, the SN2 reactions are stereo-specific reactions. So it will give you only one product because mechanism is same. The stereochemistry is only getting inverted. So it's fixed. If R is a substrate, your product is only S. If S is the substrate, your product is only R. Suppose this is the substrate, that is S1-chloro-1-phenylethane. If any nucleophile, suppose this is I minus, is attacks on this carbon, chiral carbon, so product will be R-iodophenylethane. The product only R-iodophenylethane because there is an inversion of configuration. S changes to R. So only one product you will get. That's why SN2 reactions are stereospecific reactions. A stereochemically pure substrate that undergoes an SN2 reaction yields only one stereoisomer, which depends on the specific configuration of substrate. So SN2 reactions are stereospecific reactions. For example, again hydrolysis of methyl bromide in presence of aqueous NaOH or KOH will get methyl alcohol. This is called as inversion of configuration. For example, umbrella. बघा ही छत्री आहे. समजा आता पावसाचे दिवस चालू आहेत. छत्री कशी हवेने उलटी होते त्याप्रमाणे मॉलिक्यूल पण उलटा होते बघा. हे CH3 या साइडला होते त्यानंतर CH3 या साइडला जाते. The backside attack requires a remaining three groups of the substrate will get flipped over to the other side. It is because of SN2 reaction backside attack of the nucleophile. So this is called as Walden inversion. In general, R usually gives you S product or vice versa, that is S usually gives you R product, that is inversion of configuration. But be careful while giving the priority, maybe different set of priority numbers will be there. So priorities important while assigning the R and S configuration. But generally R gives you S, S gives you R. That is inversion of configuration takes place into the SN2 reaction always. Thank you friends.